kingscountry.net. I'm Jim King. That was Don Henley. And I've got to say, one of my favorite country stars today, the current crop of country singers, is Morgan Wallen. Now, I think his personal life is a little strange, like the time he threw a chair off the skyscraper in Nashville. Got arrested for that, I believe. And his recent stunt on SNL. But Morgan Wallen's grandma recently answered a bunch of questions about her famous grandson. She even revealed the cute nickname she has for him.
What's something Morgan still won't do in front of you?
Cuss.
Do you have a special nickname for Morgan Wallen?
Mogi.
Mogi.
Oh, I love Mogi.
What's his favorite dish that you make?
My corn.
Oh, yeah.
What's one trait that Morgan got from your side of the family?
Being crazy.
Kings Country at kingscountry.net with Lone Star State legend Rick Trevino. Walk Out Backwards, one of his early hits. I'm Jim King of the radio. I've actually met him a couple of times, and yep, that's why I'm having a fabulous flashback. Bear with me.
King of the road.
Backstage in Beaumont with Rick Trevino.
The Grammy Award-winning Rick Trevino, congratulations again. You must still have to pinch yourself every morning you wake up, because that happened, it was a little while ago, 1998, with the Low Super 7.
Yeah, I still sleep with my Grammy. You know, I have a little.
Do you?
Yeah, I just put it right here.
You polish it every day?
I polish it and I sleep with it.
All right. Will you send me a picture of that?
Sure, man. I got my thumb right here and my Grammy over here.
All right.
Come on, Texas, make some noise out there.
King of the road.
Kings Country, kingscountry.net. If you're anywhere near the boob tube, you might want to flip over to the CW in southeast Texas. In just a few moments, you can catch the first airing in the Golden Triangle of the Jim King of the TV show. It's my special edition Beaumont Boys miniseries, the grand conclusion most likely. So flip on over there and come on back. I'll have some more audio samples of the show coming up as well. Welcome to the show, and tell your friends about us. You can stream us 24/7 and 365. That is, if you like the most magnificent country music mix on the planet, bar none.
If I never saw you once again.
Kings Country at kingscountry.net. It's the Jim King thing. Thanks for listening, and I hope you watch the Jim King of the TV show. It's a good one this week. I'm very proud of it. Part 2 of my Beaumont Boys mini-series with Mark Chestnut, Tracy Bird, Clay Walker, and Casey Chestnut. Still several more opportunities to watch it on Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV, and don't tell anybody, we can watch the episode in its entirety right now on my YouTube channel, Jim King of the TV and Radio YouTube channel. And here's an audio sample, no extra charge.
The day I knew your lost time. But I passed it every day. This old boy ever said. But I know I'll leave when my heart tells me the sun will rain. But I'm still around.
Once again, we're going way, way back to 1990 at Cutter's on College Street in Beaumont. The place that became the launching pad to country music stardom for Mark Chestnut and Tracy Bird. Mark was the first to get signed by MCA Records in 1990.
Be back again, pick up around the
Boy, Tracy Byrd would go on to sign with MCA Records in 1992.
It was no accident, me finding you. Someone had a hand in it long before we ever knew. Now I just can't believe you're in my life. Heaven smiling down on me as I look at you tonight. I tip my hat to the keeper of the stars. He sure knew what he was doing when he joined these two hearts.
You keep up the great work, Tracy Byrd.
I plan on it.
Always great to see you, and I always have to pinch myself because before I moved to Beaumont, I became a fan of yours when I started playing country music on the radio.
Well, man, we met early on, too, when you moved to Beaumont, man. I've known you for a long time now, and you've done some great work, man. I know all these shows you've done are going to be wonderful archives in the years to come for people to look back on country music and our area, and you've done a good thing.
I appreciate it. You ever get a chance to catch the show when you're in town?
I do, man. I pop you on every now and then when I run across it, you know. I mean,
right.
I really enjoy it, too. You're good at what you do, and we appreciate it.
Thank you. As I mentioned at the top, it all began for Tracy Byrd and Mark Chestnut at the legendary Cutter's Nightclub on College Street in Beaumont, Texas, the birthplace of countless country careers. Many other talented artists got their start at Cutter's, too, including George Dearborn and Sammy Sadler. The legacy lives on.
Yeah, you know, I mean, when Tracy got his deal, then Dan Wentworth was the owner of Cutters then, and they called us and brought us in to fill in and play some dates down there, and we got the opportunity to meet Dan and become friends with those guys, and we played Cutters a lot. And I was asking you about Vaughn Cook. You know, Vaughn was big here on the radio station here, so yeah, we got a lot of memories in Beaumont.
Yeah, I moved here 23 years ago, and Vaughn Cook was on 97. It was KAYD back then. KAYD, and I was here for about 2 years, and all I ever heard was KAYD. You're not going to beat those guys. We were like the redheaded stepchild on Kicker 95.1, but guess what happened? 2 years later, we took them.
Over,
and we never let go. We became the number one. It was Kicker 95.1, but now I have a internet radio station, King's Country, and this TV show.
King of the Road. Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
I always like to refer to Tracy Lawrence now as one of the Beaumont boys because he lives here part-time.
Yeah, he's got a beach house, and you know, he married a Golden Triangle girl, and of course they live in Nashville. But yeah, he's I think you could give him honorary Beaumont status. I believe he's been down here enough.
All right, and you had a cookbook too called Eat Like a Bird.
Yep, right? Eat Like a Bird. Yeah, and there's still a few of them out there. Okay, you can find them on eBay.
And then the band's called Bird Dog now?
Bird Dogs, yeah, the Bird Dogs, that's right. The Bird Dogs, yeah, that's right. We finally gave them a name.
Used to be All the Only Way to Fly, now it's the Bird Dogs.
Yep, this is a whole different band, and so we figured they needed a whole different name, so they're the Bird Dogs now. King of the Road. That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
Don't miss the Jim King of the TV show this weekend. Several more opportunities on Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV, and YouTube. Don't you dare miss it. King's Country at kingscountry.net. It's the Jim King thing. Thanks for listening, and I hope you watch the Jim King of the TV show. It's a good one this week. I'm very proud of it. It's part 2 of my Beaumont Boys mini-series with Mark Chestnut, Tracy Byrd, Clay Walker, and Casey Chestnut. Still several more opportunities to watch it on Fox 4. The King's Country, kingscountry.net. Oh, I see an ad for Book Nook Inn coming up. You know, it's a good place to get married. Not that I'm getting married there. No, we're going to do it at Suzanne's house. But speaking of marriages, a bride is going viral for a stellar fiddle performance at her wedding. She played Garth Brooks' song, Calling Baton Rouge, and brought the house down. Maybe the groom is an LSU fan, huh? King's Country at kingscountry.net. One of the things I really enjoy at the end of the day is going over to Suzanne Simmons' house and sparking up her grill. Yeah, we had some fajitas last night. In fact, I've got some leftover fajitas I'm going to scarf down in just a few moments. None of your business, though. But one thing I noticed about the grill, I'm the grill master, by the way, is that it's not very clean. My theory is that the leftover residue from the last meal maybe adds a little flavor. I don't know. We have to figure out a good way to keep it clean. Oh, and happy Memorial Day weekend. Hope your grilling goes good.
Today's show is brought to you by your barbecue grill. Nobody at your Memorial Day cookout needs to know you haven't cleaned it in a decade.
King's Country, kingscountry.net. Sure like that guy. Had the pleasure of going on his tour bus a couple of times when he was in Southeast Texas at Honky Tonk, Texas. Sure wish we'd come back to our area, our neck of the woods. Frank Foster, but we can always have fabulous flashbacks when we think about him.
King of the road.
On Frank Foster's tour bus.
You do your own booking, your own marketing, everything.
Yeah, man, we've done it all from the beginning. I can't say we without including my wife. She, from the very beginning, man, we started back in 2011, was a huge part of this.
Rowdy Reputation.
Rowdy Reputation album, 2011, that's the first one we stuck out there, and her and I just learned on the fly, man, and, you know, got out on the road and got burned a few times. You know how that goes, but, you know, 6-7 years in now, we can't be throwing a curveball, we don't believe, you know, so we miss not having her on the road. She's home with our first son, so it's been different this year. Had to spread the workload around a little bit more because I think we realized how much load she was toting when she started staying at the house.
Sounds like you got to keep her, though.
I do. I got to keep her, man. She does, too, I think.